Hey, what's up, boys? Listen, today I'm gonna get into how I gained 50 pounds of muscle, confidence, and reinvented myself through fitness. This will be a detailed guide about how I went through struggles, a whole bunch of different trials and tribulations, everything that I had gone through, and a certain method that I had built out. And I'm gonna tell you guys, I'm gonna give you guys the entire blueprint for free on how I was able to transform my life into this jack, lean, and confident dude. So this will go through like everything. So I'm super excited to bring this to y'all. Let's get into it. So before implementing the method, I was 150 pounds, scrawny built dude. I was skinny, bro. Skeleton built, barely any muscle. People thought that I had a certain eating disorder, that I was allergic to food. It was so bad at one point that like my physique was so small. Like I was so like scrawny that my head looked way bigger. It looked like out of proportion with my whole body. So a whole bunch of names started to come in, a whole bunch of different bullying and getting picked on. Excuse me. I have this video right over here, bro. This must have been, I want to say, a few weeks into lifting, but this is literally how I looked, bro. It's crazy to look back at how like skinny I was. Though I was lean, I didn't have any muscle development. So it's like you couldn't really see abs, you couldn't really see like definition between like my bicep and tricep, and here I'm flexing, which is barely anything. I was very introverted, bro. I didn't like social interactions. I didn't like to talk to people. I didn't like to be around people. I didn't want to go out and make any other friends. Like I was just very to myself, right? Like I was so self-conscious of how I looked. I didn't want other people to kind of look at me that way, and it was like a whole bunch of anxiety. I had what I called a low T face. Like I went through puberty very late, and it wasn't like a very masculine look. I always looked kind of like soft and squishy. It seemed like all I did was just stayed at home and just played video games, which is exactly what I did. I could not stay consistent at one thing, which made me less confident in myself. So I would pick certain skills or certain activities, but I couldn't consistently do them long enough for me to see results. So therefore, it made me less confident over time. And this whole era of me went on for years, bro. But I'm telling you, after implementing the method, I've been able to build a lean and jack physique at 200 pounds. My energy levels is through the roof. My productivity is high. I wake up and I'm just energized. I wake up and I'm ready to just kill it. I'm ready to do whatever it takes to do, whatever other goals that I have in mind. You know what I mean? Back then, it's like I woke up and I was like tired, and I didn't want to do much. I wanted to just like lay around. Now it's like I'm up, ready to go. Let's do it, right? Comfortable in my own skin and the man that I've become. I can confidently say, looking at myself in the mirror, that I'm comfortable with the man that I am. And this is such like a powerful thing, because when you go multiple years and like you just don't like yourself, you hate it, you want to do something else, like you don't want to be yourself, to now waking up, you're looking at yourself, you're muscular, you're lean, you're jacked, you're confident, all these things you've wanted for so long. Like I'm literally sitting in so many blessings that I ask God for, and it's just amazing to me that like I've been able to get here. But yet I started out as this super skinny dude, and I have a more masculine face now, right? Like over the years of like building muscle, over the years of training a lot, my face has changed, you know what I mean? To now it's a more attractive and masculine look. Now, who is this for? If you're looking to build a lean and aesthetic physique and maximize your confidence, this is for you, bro. If your mindset has been manipulated by others in a negative way and you want to break out of it, this is for you. If you've been told constantly that like working out is bad for you, or losing weight is bad for you, or freaking building muscle is bad for you, it's like it doesn't like we have these people in our lives that like are supposed to support us, but in a lot of ways they want to pull you down with them, right? They don't want you to get, to get better. They don't want you to, get your life in order, they want you to be just like them, right? So what are they gonna feed you in your mind? Oh, if you work out, you're very egotistical, you're very prideful, like you care too much about yourself. Just let go, have a balanced lifestyle. And personally, I've dealt with this like a lot, bro. Like a lot of times people were like, why are you working out so much? Why are you dieting so hard? Why are you doing all these things to achieve such a high level physique? Just understand like you'll be skinny forever. And I hated that mindset. And I broke free. And if you want to break free, this is for you. If you're always trying different workouts and diets and nothing is working, this is for you. This is for my guys out there that are doing like push pull legs one week, and the next week they're doing a 6 day split, and then the next week they're doing an upper lower split, and then the next week they're doing a 3 days a week full body split. Like if you've constantly tried multiple different workouts and nothing has worked up to this point, bro, and you're tired of like always trying new things in the gym and that's not working, apart from that, if you're trying different diets, you're doing the carnivore diet one week, then you're doing the vegan diet the next week, then you're doing the intermittent fasting one like this other week, or you're doing just so many different diets thinking that it's the unlock or it's what's going to help you get to that point, to that high level physique, and it's still not working. This is exactly for you. If you're tired, this is going to hit hot. This is going to hit home. If you're tired of living the same miserable life, being consistently overlooked, and you truly want to build an elite physique, this is for you. For my guys out there that are waking up and it's 9 to 5, or they're waking up, it's going to school, it's waking up and it's listening to the same BS, and it's like, I'm gonna say this, and I don't want it to be like rude or mean, but it's like if you're living a life just waiting to die, and everything from today till the day of death is just filler, like it's just like you passing on, you getting closer to that day, bro, and you want to break free and actually take control of your life, this is exactly for you. Being constantly overlooked, you know that you don't deserve the disrespect from others that you get. You know that you are more capable than you actually know it, but constantly people cannot see that in you, and you know that you can build a like super elite physique. This is for you. If you're ready to take control of your life and become the absolute best version of yourself, literally excrete all the potential that you have, bro. You understand that like you can become somebody great. This is for you. Now, who this is not for. If you're someone wanting to make all these changes that I just mentioned overnight, this is not for you. This is a process, right? It's not going to be from one day to the next. You're going to have this elite physique. You're going to be able to have all this confidence. This is a process, bro. And if you come into this thinking that, after watching this entire video, that tomorrow you're going to have this elite physique, this is not for you, bro. This is a process. If you're not willing to stay disciplined on the foods and meals to reach your goals, this is for you. It's going to take you doing things differently to achieve things that you've never achieved before. It makes plain sense. So, if the foods that you're going to now be eating are like a whole lot different, you're not accustomed to it, and right away you don't like them at first, and you cannot commit to it, this isn't for you. You need to understand that, like, it's gonna take discomfort. It's gonna take things that you've never done before to get to this high level place. If you're okay giving half-ass effort to try to reach your goal in the most comfortable way, this isn't for you, bro. Like you have to give me your absolute best every single day, right? If you give half-ass effort, what do you think you're going to get? Half-ass results. So you have to come in here saying that like I'm gonna give my absolute best. But if you're not, this isn't for you. And you want to achieve, and you don't want to achieve this in the most comfortable way, right? Basically, you're not going to achieve it in a comfortable way. It's going to be in a very, very uncomfortable way that you're going to get to this place. If you're going to give excuses as things get hard and are not men enough to take the blame for your faults, this is not for you. Man to man, we understand that life is going to bring us problems, be it in your relationships, be it with your friend groups, be it at your job, be it at school, it doesn't matter. problems are going to happen. This isn't just like problems aren't just going to magically stop, right? Like you're still going to deal with trials and tribulations. And when those problems happen and you give excuses as to why you cannot stay consistent with your goals, this isn't for you, right? The point of discipline is not doing it when things are okay. It's when things are going to shit, when you don't want to, don't feel like it, when your mind wants to push you off from reaching this goal. If you still have that mindset that like, you know what, I'll give excuses, it's okay, it's fine. This isn't for you, bro. If you're not going to give me your absolute best every single day to fight for the opportunity to change your life, then this is not for you, right? Like I'm putting this entire presentation for y'all to give y'all free game. This is for you. You want to change your life, right? And you have to give me your best, right? I can't work out for you. I can't diet for you. I can't say discipline and just dialed in every single day for you. You have to do this for yourself. And so you have to like literally talk to yourself every day that I'm going to give my absolute best. And if you're not, this isn't for you. Now, here's the truth about building muscle. You have to eat a shit ton of food every single day to be able to put on the quality of muscle that you want to. A lot of guys, when I talk to them, they say, I eat a whole bunch of food. And then when I ask them what they're eating, it sums up to about 2,000 calories. Burger here, potatoes here, pasta, whatever, 2,000 calories. Do you understand that? Like, I thought that I was eating a lot of food until I started tracking every single meal, and they summed up to like 2,000 calories. Bro, that's not enough to grow. The ways I was able to grow, which I'm gonna go into detail, was literally eating 4,000 calories every single day for 10 months straight. I did not miss a single meal. I didn't miss a single a single meal that I didn't track. I didn't miss for 10 months. Every single day, Monday through Sunday, 4,000 calories. I make sure to hit 200 grams of protein. And only then was I able to grow by pushing the limits of my body, by pushing the limits of how much food I could consume. I was then able to grow. But you're not going to grow eating 1,000 or 2,000 calories. You have to eat a lot of food, especially if you want to put like the quality muscle that you want to. You're going to have to push the food. The gym has to be a place you take yourself somewhere you've never been before each session. You must go into the mindset that like every single workout, you have to push yourself just a bit more, 1%. I'm not saying if you did 100 pounds one week, that next week you gotta do 400 pounds, but do 105, do 110, but do something that it push yourselves to become somebody greater, right? Like if you're doing the exact same workouts, how do you expect your body to grow? You have like the way that you grow is by doing something different, by doing something harder and pushing yourself and your body to adapt to that, right? So you have to consistently, progressively overload the whatever weight that you're doing, whatever exercise, be it more reps, more sets, more weight, be it you want to go slower with the weight, be it you want to do supersets. It doesn't really matter, but you have to push yourself every single session and do just a little bit more, a little bit more. Working out is only a small percentage of the muscle building process. Food and sleep has a greater importance in this whole process. I just mentioned that workout has to be very intense. However, it's only a small percentage of the puzzle. It is still part of the puzzle, but the food and sleep quality that you get is more important, right? Like my first 2 years of lifting, I made barely any results, right? Like I was going to the gym for 2 hours, I was going pretty hard, but my food was complete shit. My sleep was complete shit. And I thought, why wasn't I getting results? Well, it's because I'm not supplementing myself with the actual things to grow from my workouts. So the first 2 years were literally just wasted years. I could have made so many more gains if I actually ate the foods that helped me grow and I actually slept like the way I'm supposed to be able to grow. but I didn't, right? And so this is why eating lots of food is very important, but also sleeping a lot, right? A lot of guys have this mindset that like, I'm just this macho man. I need 4 hours of sleep. I need five. I need six. I'm telling you, like you need like 8 hours plus as well to grow the way that you want to. Recovery, eating, sleeping is just super. It's just like hyper important. And I don't know why guys don't take that seriously, bro. Like, listen, I'm all about working out, but also make sure that you're eating and sleeping correctly. But don't worry, I'm not gonna let any of that stuff happen to you. I didn't get to this point. I didn't get to the point that I am today by accident. Everything I did was very intentional and it was a process. The discipline that I built, you can build it too, right? Like I had always seen myself as a skinny, scrawny dude. I never thought that I could ever achieve this, but the same way that I can, it's the same way that you can. It's all about discipline. It's about committing to the process, right? And I'm going to teach you how to do it. If you're watching this video, you literally have the capability to achieve whatever goal you have in your mind. The power is in you, bro. You have that thing within you that can help you get to that goal, that can help you to get to that elite physique, that whatever goal you have in mind, you can get there. I'm going to teach you how to tap into it and to become unstoppable. After this, you're going to be able to achieve whatever physique you want, whatever goal you want. And I'm going to show you how to use that power within you to get there. And if you want to be, and if you want that person to be you, all the things that I mentioned, I'll show you exactly how to follow a diet that you love and enjoy guilty free. Be able to eat every single meal and be like, man, like I just love this meal. I enjoy it. I look forward to it, right? Like there's nothing like you want to I want to I'm going to show you how to get to a point to where it's like you just love what you eat so much that everything else like it doesn't matter to you. However, how you're still able to eat foods outside, you know what I mean, like restaurant food, food that's not really good for you, but still eat it guilty free. I myself, yes, I'm a very disciplined person. I meal prep every single week. I go super hard on my diet. However, I understand that like I have a life outside of the gym. I have friends, I have family. Sometimes they want to go out, you know what I mean? And I eat some of those foods, though it's not good for me, but I've still been able to maintain a lean physique. Why? Because I understand how all these things work and how you're able to actually do it. Number two, build that dream beach body that you've always wanted, right? Build that body that you can confidently take to the beach, or you can confidently take your clothes off and be like, damn, like I built this. I'm like hella strong. I'm, lean, muscular, etc. How to build an ironclad mindset that'll push you to become who you want to be. That mindset that just like it doesn't matter what happened today. It doesn't matter what happened with my girlfriend. It doesn't matter what life punishes me with. I'm still going to do exactly what I need to do to get to this goal, right? How to build that mindset, because the mindset is just super super important, right? You can know how to work out, you can know how to diet, you can know how to do all these different things, but if the mindset isn't there to push you on your days that you don't want to, none of this matters. But I'm going to teach you how to get that. And four, develop the self-confidence your younger self wishes that you had, right? When I look back when I was younger and I was getting bullied, when I was getting overlooked, I wish I had that self-confidence, you know what I mean, to stand up for myself, to go after what I actually wanted, you know what I mean, and how to build that confidence, right? That now I can take to whatever areas of my life and I know that I will be good at it. In case you didn't know me, here's a brief backstory about how I got here, right? Like I wasn't always this big strong dude, right? Ever since I was in fifth grade, I was bullied for being skinny. I was made fun of and picked on constantly. So from fifth grade all the way to ninth grade, I was bullied consistently, Monday through Friday. There would be some semesters where I had multiple classes with different bullies, and I didn't like going into those classes because like I never knew if they were gonna make fun of me or I could just have like a whole like normal day to where I could just go to my classes and just learn, or there'd be days where it's just like constant bullying. I remember going like back home like crying myself to sleep because this guy called me this, that guy called me that, and I didn't know how to defend myself, right? And even if like I wanted to, those guys were a lot bigger than me, and so it's like I always had that fear of like if tell them something, they're gonna push back and just hit me. And what I never understood, it's like, why am I the kid that's getting bullied? I'm very shy. I didn't want to talk to people. I was just very to myself. I didn't have many friends, but they kept looking at me as like the what do you call it? The punching bag. The guy that, they can always like hit, the guys they can always call names because they know that kid is not going to be able to do anything about it. And that sort like that shit fueled me to like a whole different level, bro. Like I wanted to change. I'd hated looking at myself in the mirror and I was just this like skinny dude and I was just overlooking like nothing I ever wanted, I never had because I always had this sense of like, I might fail or I'm this failure, right? This would literally go on for years, bro. Like from fifth grade all the way to like ninth grade, I was constantly bullied. Until I fell in love with baseball. I want to say freshman year, I started playing baseball. It was like this weird love that I had for it. I don't know. Like up to that point, I was never like a baseball player. I was never really much into sports. Like I like playing video games, and that was about it. But it's like video games are not really gonna give me to the point where I want to be at. But I became obsessed with the sport, and it made me want to become better. This love that I had for it, I had finally found something to where I can spend a just a crazy amount of time to get better, a crazy amount of time to just obsess. I would like work out for like 2 hours every single day. I would just stay super disciplined on my baseball workouts. I would throw every single day. I would hit every single day. It was this sense of obsession that like the better I got at this sport, I could physically see it on the field that I was getting better. I could physically see it in my body that I was slowly started to grow. So freshman year, I was cut from my team. Pissed me off. That summer, it was like a different level of hunger. Sophomore year, I actually make it, but here's a problem. Out of my 20 games that I had played, I was only able to play like 4 games out of it. JV, right? Junior varsity. I'm not even like varsity sophomore year. I'm playing JV, and I only played 4 games, right? Which is like, what the heck? I'm doing all this work. I'm doing all these practices, all these workouts. I'm consistently showing up, but why did I only play 4 games? That fueled me, bro. Like because it's like when you're obsessed with something, you want that thing as much as no, not as much, more than everybody else, right? So get this. Junior year, I took a massive risk on myself to spend my entire junior year of high school in DR, which is the Dominican Republic. Right over here is a picture of me in my home country. And this is where I really started to understand like if you really wanted something, you could have it. Because I was 16 in this picture, and I saw guys in there, bro, and they were like 16, 15, and they were waking up with like a different style of hunger. I understood from them, it's like they have no other option. There is no, if this thing works out or, possibly or like maybe, it's like, no, baseball has to work out. Why? Because the other option, like there is no really like other option, right? Like they come from very poor families that barely get to eat, don't have like water, don't have clean water, don't have food. They live in a place where it's just like bad in a bad in a bad part of the country. They have to make this work. There is no other option. And so they're literally waking up hungry from not being able to eat, but they're showing up to practices for 2 hours every single day with the mindset of like, this has to work. my day will come. There is no other option, right? So I understood from them, it's like, unless I give myself no other option but to win, I'm never going to get there. I come back senior year, I'm hungry. I've learned so much from this like entire year, and I'm just ready to just kill it, right? Unfortunately, senior year, COVID happened. And so any opportunities that I had to possibly pitch my senior season and get offered was just ruined. And so I said, you know what, screw it. I took another huge risk after graduating high school, and I went to this post grad academy called Combine Academy. There I learned another, like, multiple huge lessons in there, because this was my last option, bro. Like, this was literally my last option. If I did not leave this place with a scholarship anywhere, then I was just screwed, right? Like, I had no other skill sets. Majority of my classmates who graduated went to college. During this time, bro, I'm telling you, I didn't care. I sacrificed so much, bro, and like I didn't care, right? Like, I traveled multiple states away, and it's like my family, they would call me, they would be sad that like that they couldn't see me, they couldn't spend time with me, I wasn't physically there. But in my mind, bro, it's like I just didn't care. I wanted this thing so much more. My ex-girlfriend at the time, she was sad that she couldn't see me, she couldn't spend time together with me. She wanted to go to homecoming because she was going to college, and I wasn't present. But it's like, I just didn't care, bro. Like, I just did not care. We would have like different fights over it, and it's like, in my mind, I was always like, if she left me, bro, like, it didn't matter to me, right? My, like, both of my parents, they were mad that like I wasn't taking any college classes, that I wasn't furthering in my college career, that I was solely focused on baseball. But it's like, I just didn't care. I committed to this sport so hard, brother. Like, nothing else mattered, and everything and all that I cared about was just eating, sleeping, and training, and that's it. And for 10 months, this is the part where I was eating 4,000 calories. But for 10 months, I literally ate 4,000 calories every single day. I did not miss a single meal. There were days where I wanted to puke. There were days I wanted to quit. There were times where, like, I had thoughts of like maybe going back home. But it was like so small, those moments, because my vision was so like I had this like unique belief in myself that like I just could do this, right? And so after 10 months, I got a full ride scholarship to a school. They wanted me, bro, to go to their school, to go play, right? And you have to think a little bit deeper. During COVID, a lot of schools were very picky with who they were going to pick to pitch for, or sorry, not to pitch, but to like give money out to, because during COVID, resources are now scarce. People are kind of like, colleges, they don't want to, overly commit on somebody and them not be like a great fit for their school. So they're being very picky with the money that they're giving out. So for them to give me a full ride scholarship to a school was freaking huge. In the process of me becoming this elite dude, I was able to gain 50 pounds of muscle. I've never been able to do this, but before. I was literally 200 pounds, bro. This literally shattered all the self-limiting beliefs that I had, that I thought that I could never become this big dude. Now I was there. I had the confidence that I've never had before. I had finally achieved something that I wanted for the longest time. I was finally there. The blessing that I wanted the most, I was actually there. And a new level of standards for myself. Now it's like I see myself up here, not like down here. This guy before, who would like let things go, who would be fine getting disrespected, all those things were just like shattered. And now my new level of standard was like up here. And then after retiring, because obviously I didn't continue pursuing baseball, but after retiring, I've gone back to see how I was able to make such massive progress, and I have developed my own methods for anyone to follow to get their high level physique as well. So after my whole baseball career, what was over, I look back at those key moments in my life where I took massive risk, and how was I able to get to the level that I'm at today. So I developed a method. The method is DWIT method. That is my system that I've developed over the years of trial and error to create massive success in my personal growth. Now, I've decided to break it all down for you in this presentation. In the following steps, I'll outline the entire process A to Z of what I did to accomplish these results so you too can use my exact method to achieve the physique you desire. With this method, I'm confident that you will be able to finally put on the quality muscle that you want to. Maintain a lean physique, right? You don't want just a physique that you look good for like 2 weeks. No, like you want to maintain this physique for years, the same way that I have, and reshape your identity, reshape who you are, right? You've always seen yourself as a skinny, scrawny dude that was bullied. Now it's like we need to reshape like who you are to then like maintain all this forever until you pass away. So it's five different it's five different pillars. Number one, define your vision. Who do you want to be? Have a clear picture of who it is you want to be, how you look like, how much muscle have you put on, um, like what you want to look like, what you want to act like, what you want to think like. The clearer your vision is, the more likely you are to become that person. Don't give me general BS like, oh, I just want to build muscle. I just want to look good. No, like go deeper. Like, why do you want to get there? When do you want to get there? How do you want to look when you get there? Have a clear picture in your mind of who it is you want to be. Number two, work beyond your limits. Commit to yourself. Commit to yourself to the work. Commit to yourself that you're going to follow this program. Commit that, like, until you don't get there, you're not going to half ass it. You're going to do exactly what is required each and every day to get to that point. Number three, invest in yourself. The more you put in, the more you get out. I'm telling you, bro, the more you invest in yourself, and I'm talking about everything financially, your time, just like invest so much into it, right? Like the more that you can just put into this, the more you're going to get out in the end. The guys who take it, who go the furthest with this, they have a certain level of obsession, bro. It's like it just eats at them away. It's like I was to the point of like falling asleep pissed me off so much because like I just wanted to just train more. I wanted to eat more. I wanted to work more. I wanted this more than just everybody else, right? That just falling asleep literally pissed me off. And take full ownership. It's all your fault. Understand that like the reason why you are in the places that you are today is because of you. It's not your parents, not your family, not your coworkers, it's not your job or your school. Everything that has led you to this exact point that you are today, it is all you. It may be hard to take this um like all this fault, but it's like you have to realize that all your fuck ups are you, but also all your successes are your fault, right? And the fifth one, transform inside out. You are no longer you. After this, you have to realize that like the identity that you have held in the past, skinny dude, no muscle, not disciplined, that was the old you. Now you need to take in a new identity, a new you for this to actually stick. This is probably going to be one of the most important uh, pillars out of all of them, right? So now, let me show you how to use each one of the pillars so you can start building the physique you truly desire. I'll outline step by step how to get there. So, vision, you must see beyond yourself. This was me a few weeks into lifting. I was going to Planet Fitness. All I saw was that skinny dude every single day. I would wake up and I was him. I would look at myself in the mirror and I was him. And I always thought that like I couldn't get anywhere because this was just me and I had been this guy forever. But I envisioned myself as Arnold, right? Like Arnold was my dream physique. His biceps, his chest, his frame. Like I wanted to be just like him. And people made fun of me when I told them like literally I'm going to be Arnold, right? I didn't want to step on stage, but I wanted his physique. And so I obsessed over him. I had pictures of him on my phone. I had pictures of him on my wall. Like I just wanted to be Arnold so freaking bad. And every single day I would think like to be like Arnold, what would that take? To be like Arnold, what would he do? To be like Arnold, it's like what sorts of person must I become? There's nothing too great or impossible for you. Like you can become this. You have to have this vision that like it doesn't make sense to most people because they see you right now and you're this and you're telling them that you want to become this person. They're not going to understand you, right? But it's like that's okay. But as long as I had that vision and I obsess over it, I knew that at some point in time I would get there. And so you have to obsess over the unseen you. I had a clear picture of who it is I wanted to be. And so literally every single time that I would make a decision, I would always think, what would the best version of myself be, right? Because the best version of myself is not literally Arnold, but it's just me, but better. And so, what would the best version of myself, do? Would he slack off and not work out? Would he eat junk food? Would he not stay disciplined, or would he do the opposite of that? And so it's always thinking from that higher self. So what would he do? And the more clearer you are, the better you are to become that person. I literally just acted like the best version of myself each and every day. Crazy level of work. I'm not going to sugarcoat it saying that, like, in 1 to 2 weeks, you're going to get there. In a few workouts, a few, meals that you're going to get there. There has to be a different level of work that you've never done before. You have to be willing to work without seeing immediate results. It's hard when like you work out for like a full week and then you don't see results that you want to. But you have to be okay with that because now that you have that vision, you know that like you can get there. It's all about time, right? Like inevitably, if you give me crazy amount of work, you're going to get there eventually. Commit to yourself that you're willing to do whatever it takes. I don't care if you work a 12-hour job. I don't care if you have to do 8 hours of homework every day. Like, it doesn't matter. You have to be willing to do whatever it takes to reach your goals. And until you get there, you're going to give me crazy level of work. This squat and this deadlift, like, it wasn't just like overnight. This was consistently showing up every single day to every single workout with that mindset. Like, one day I will get there. One day I will have this physique, right? And don't give nothing less than your best. So every day give 100% to everything. Your your training, your food, your sleep, just giving your absolute best every single day. Invest in yourself, bro. It's gonna take an investment that like you're not comfortable with, but it's that exact same thing that's gonna push you to become the person that you want to be. Give yourself the best foods to eat to make the best gains, right? These are all foods from my gallery that, don't include all the foods that I post on my story, all the foods that I've eaten in the past, and some foods that just like I don't take pictures of them, right? I'm not saying you have to go full on organic food and go to Costco and like all these things, but it's like if you can spend money on bottles, drugs, and other worthless things, it's like why not you? Why not give yourself the opportunity to grow in the ways that you want to by investing more in yourself? Obviously, these are all like financial investments, but it could be also like time investments, right? Like if you're prioritizing all these other like stupid stuff, like why not cut back on some of that stuff, if not all of it, and invest more time in your actual nutrition, in your sleep, in your training. Like, why not invest more of that into the things that can actually make you better instead of spending it on just stupid stuff, right? So just invest more, right? The more you put into this, the more you're going to get out. And take full ownership of every single thing that has gotten you to this point. It is very hard to take into the account that, like, your ex-girlfriend left you, but that's because of you. It's hard to account that, like, you're this scrawny dude, you know what I mean, but it's your fault. Everything that has gotten you to this exact point where you are today is your fault. He who says he can't and he who says he can't are both right. You ultimately have that decision that like you can become this person or you can't. But again, it's all up to you. Again, it's not your parents, it's not your family, it's not your come up, it's not your circumstances, it's not none of that. It's all you. You decide that. Everything up to this point has been your fault. When you achieve your goal, this feeling is so much better knowing that you did this. Knowing that, like, once you get there, it's like you took accountability for everything. And now it's like once you are actually here, you're like, damn, I did this. I built this. Again, it's always you versus you. At first, you may go into this, feeling revenge, feeling like you want to get back at people, but ultimately, it's literally you versus you. You are your biggest enemy, but you're also the same person that can make all this stuff work. And the fifth pillar, probably the most important one, transform yourself inside out, right? If you truly want all these things to stick forever, it must become you. Everything that I just mentioned, all the other pillars that I just mentioned, none of them are going to stick if you do not if you do not adopt them into you, right? Like, this guy and this guy are totally different. It's a different level of work. It's a different level of mindset. If it's just a completely different person that I have adopted, and I've gone away from the old me. So it's like, destroy the old you, take ownership of the new identity. Take ownership of, like, all this stuff, right? Like, this is me. The old me was just undisciplined, dopamine addict. Like, he was this guy like I don't resonate with, but now I'm this new person. So after mastering these five pillars, you will gain the best you've ever been. You're finally comfortable in your own skin. You can wake up and be like, damn, like, I actually look good. My physique, my mindset, my discipline, this is me. I'm finally comfortable with me. Your self limiting beliefs have been shattered, and now you know anything is possible, right? Like, when I gained 50 pounds, I knew there was nothing too great for me. I was actually able to do anything that I put my mindset to. You will actually be able to have relationships with men or women that respect you. Now I actually have guys that, like, have my back, that I can actually trust, not people that'll just talk bad about me, not guys that, like, would just make fun of me. I have guys that would, like, die for me besides me, right? And relationships with a woman, like, have a woman that's actually there, that, like, respects you, loves you, wants to be beside you, you know what I mean, and won't leave you, right? Because she understands that, like, you are very uh disciplined, you respect who you are, and she can see those qualities in you from the physique that you've actually built, right? Like, this physique isn't, like, easy. Like, it takes, like, a lot of work to get there, and all the people around you, all your new friends, will now uh respect you, and you look attractive in anything that you put on. You'll just naturally be him, right? Like, whatever clothes that you have on just fit better, it fits tighter. Your whole muscle just look like, your whole physique just looks like way better as well. It's not like loose. Don't forget the most important thing. This is where it kind of gets deeper, and I have to be man enough to actually say it. But don't neglect God, bro. God has been, like, a huge impact on my life in the recent months. I would love to say that God has been, like, very impactful, my entire life, which He's always been there. But It's really been these last few months that I've taken into account of how like great he has been into my life. And so when you achieve all these things and you're not grounded with God, you tend to become very egotistical, very prideful. You think that you can just, have this sort of like attitude towards like others because you think you're so much better than them. Humble yourself, bro. Humble. I'm telling you, pray daily, read your Bible, go to church on Sundays. Remember to always glorify his name in whatever areas that you want to pursuing. You know what I mean? Like this is all for him, right? And if you cannot commit to just going to church on Sunday, that's okay. Start small. Um, get a Bible, right? If that's too big of a commitment, pray daily. You want to just do something to get closer with him. God loves you, and you are never too far away from him. A lot of people, including myself, who used to live a very sinful life, thought that God would not love me because I've done all these things in my life, right? But you're never too far away from him. And if you feel like that, God wasn't the one that actually moved. It was you who moved away from him. And so you can always come back to him. And I can confidently say, I'm nothing without God. This physique that I've built, this muscle, this discipline, this mindset, that's all, cool and all. And I put in, all this work for it. But none of it matters if God isn't present into my life. So if you're tired of always feeling overlooked, not having any genuine friends, trapped in this endless cycle of misery, but haven't been able to do anything about it, I'm confident that the DWIT method will give you everything you need to achieve this. If you commit to the work every single day, you will get there. Now that you understand exactly how this process works, I have an offer for you. If you're a hardworking person, you're ready to make a change and have a whatever it takes attitude, and are ready to take control of your life, become unstoppable, hungry, disciplined, and confident-minded person, I have an offer for you. If you're someone that is tired of being overlooked and are looking to reclaim his confidence and fitness in 90 days using the DWIT method, I want to work with you one on one personally. I have my Calendly link in the description. Click that link in the description. Book a one on one call with me. The same guy that I've been talking this entire time with me. I want to work with you. We'll go deep into, what goals you have in mind, what do you want to achieve, why do you want to achieve it, and we'll make a plan based on those things to get there, right? So again, my name is Brandon. Thank you so much for watching this. Click that link and let's get you jacked, my friend.